Hi all, I'm your Komali ma'am. In this video, I'm going to teach you exemplar questions from haloalkenes and haloarenes chapter. Let's begin the session. See the question number 1. The order of reactivity of following alcohols with the halogen acids. If you take any alcohol and just take an alcohol and add HX. Once you add HX, simply to say this OH and H goes out as a H2O, you get alkyl halide. And in this, which alcohol reacts faster? It takes place through SN1 mechanism. And, first it follows the carbocation as an intermediate. And here, which one forms a more stable carbocation? It is a tertiary alcohol. So it forms a tertiary carbocation, and it forms a secondary carbocation, and it forms a primary carbocation. More is the stability of a carbocation, more faster the rate of a reaction. So C involves in a reaction faster. C involves in a reaction faster, then B, then A. C, B, A is your correct answer. Option number 2 is your correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Tertiary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and then primary alcohol. Now see question number 2. Question number 2. Keep the exemplar book with you and just follow the video so that within this limited time you can complete listening the class, as well as you can do the questions at the same time in your book. Which of the following alcohol will yield the corresponding alkyl halide on reaction with concentrated HCl at room temperature? Just you take this alcohol CH3, CH2, CH2OH. This is a primary alcohol, this is a secondary alcohol, and this is an primary alcohol. So what happens when you are treating this alkyl halide and concentrated HCl? Which one reacts faster? Which of the following alcohol will yield the corresponding alkyl chloride on reaction with concentrated? See, this is actually this both CH3s comes here. Okay, this is the structure. CH3, CH2, C, CH3, CH3, OH. This is a question. Now, this is a primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, primary alcohol, tertiary alcohol. Tertiary, as I told you, tertiary alcohols reacts faster. So this reacts faster and we get the product. Option 4 is the correct answer. See the next question. Identify the compound Y in the following reaction. This is your question. What do you need to identify? You need to identify Y. This is your question. You have a aniline. Once you have aniline, you are adding NaNO2 in HCl. This is called as you are doing diazotization process. Whenever you are doing diazotization process, NH2 group will be converted into N2 plus and Cl minus. This is called benzene diazonium chloride. When you are treating that benzene diazonium chloride with CuCl2 cuprous chloride, this is called a Sandmeyer reaction, and chlorine group goes and occupy the place of N2 plus and Cl minus. Cl minus goes out. Then you will be getting your product. Chlorobenzene is your product. Option A is your correct answer. Now see the question number 4. Toluene reacts with halogen in the presence of iron 3 chloride, giving ortho and para products. The reaction is, whenever you have a toluene and you are making it reacts with the chlorine and Fe, both these two reacts and it forms FeCl3. Chlorine and iron reacts, forms FeCl3. Again, this FeCl3 reacts with another chlorine and it forms FeCl4 minus and Cl plus. This Cl plus goes and attack the toluene at ortho as well as a para position. You may get a doubt, ma'am, why it attacks at ortho and para positions? Because of this plus I effect. This is, it shows a positive hyperconjugation as well as an positive inductive effect. When it shows an positive inductive effect, it is an electron releasing group. So at ortho and para electron density increases, we get the two products. Inductive effect video, you watch it, and so that you get a more clarity which product major and minor. You here, it is an electrophile go and doing a substitution, so it is an electrophilic substitution reaction. Option B is the correct answer. Following, everybody? See the next question. Which of the following is an halogen exchange reaction? What do you mean by halogen exchange reaction? One halogen go and substitute the place of another halogen. See here, this is an iodine. It goes and substitute another iodine. That's why it is called as an halogen exchange reaction. Option 1. This is addition reaction. It's a normal displacement reaction. So, but if you see the first one, here this halogen is displacing but not another halogen. One halogen displaces another halogen, that is known as halogen exchange reactions. Now see the question number 6. Which reagent will you use for the reaction? You have CH3, CH2, CH2, butane, and this butane upon reaction, you are getting 1-chlorobutane as well as a 2-chlorobutane. Then which reagent you have to use to do this reaction is chlorine over a dark. Dark, if you use a chlorination, don't takes place, because whenever you are using chlorine over a dark, chlorination needs the energy. Chlorination takes place when you provide the energy like a sunlight or a UV light, because to obtain the free radicals there, you definitely energy is required by the chlorine. That's why chlorine over UV light is the correct option. Is it clear? Everybody? Now see the question number 7. Arrange the following compounds in the increasing order of their densities. More is the molecular weight. Molecular weight increases, then what happens? Molecular weight increases, then obviously density also increases. More is the molecular weight, more is the density. Here bromine and chlorine is present, so bromine weight is more than the chlorine. That's why option 4 is the correct answer. More is the molecular weight. And see here, option 4 is more weight, correct. And see here, comparison is given 4, then 3, then 2, and then 1. Yes, option 1 is the correct answer now, because bromine is more weight, right? Here bromine plus Cr is present. That's why next question is this, next question is this, next 4, 3, 2, 1 is the correct answer. See the question number 8. Arrange the following compounds in increasing order of their boiling points. You have 3 different compounds. 3 are having same molecular formula, and which one is having the more boiling point? If you observe, as the branching increases, surface area decreases. When surface area decreases, boiling point also decreases. What is that? Branching increases. For isomers I'm talking about. Branching increases, surface area decreases. Surface area decreases. When surface area decreases, intermolecular forces of attractions, what happens? Decreases. When intermolecular forces decreases, boiling point also decreases. Here more is a branching and a least. Third is a least. Third one is a least. Where is 3 is a least, and then 2 and then 3, 3, 1, 2. 3, 1, 2 is the correct option. Please check it out. So 3 is least one, and then 1, and then 2. So option C is the correct answer. Let's see question number 9. Which of the following molecules carbon atom marked with asterisk is asymmetric in nature? If you observe here, carbon, which is, asymmetric means carbon which is surrounded by 4 different groups are asymmetric. 1, 2, 3, 4 different groups, correct? Asymmetric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 different groups asymmetric. 1, 2, 3, 4 asymmetric. But here 2 hydrogens are present on the same carbon, so it is not asymmetric. Only Only first structure, second structure, and third structure. These three are asymmetric because carbon is surrounded by all the four valencies of the carbon is surrounded by four different groups. Then only we call it as this carbon as an asymmetric carbon. Now let us see the question number 10. Which of the following structure is enantiomeric with the molecule? See the question. See the question. This is your structure. This is your structure, and which is enantiomeric. See, what you need to do is, first you have to convert whatever the given structure into Fischer structure. This is a weight structure. You need to convert into Fischer. I already made a video on this. Just watch the video to get the more command over how to convert it. Now, as of now, simply I'll teach you, which is there with a single bond like this, and you just write on a vertical line. And this is present, whatever the bond is present here, that is my left hand side. So this group which is away from the viewer, that is you have to write on right hand side. I clearly explained on that video. To save the time, again I'm not explaining here. Remaining group you should write opposite side. Now after don't worry of this conversion, after watching that video you write very easily. Now from here you start. Here just 1, 2, 3. RS configuration also I have uploaded. RS configuration. This is S configuration because it is going in anti-clockwise direction. If we don't see the fourth least priority one, 1, 2, 3 direction, if you see, you get this as an S configuration. So whatever the next one you are drawing, you should get it as an R configuration. Then both are enantiomer. One should be S and another should be R. Then both are enantiomer. These points all I discussed in RS configuration video. These two videos you watch it, so that definitely those are very, very, very much helpful for you. What you do is now try the next one. This is H and here CH3, and then this is my left side. So I need to take C2H5 on my right side, C2H5 and Br. Now 1, 2, 3. Then clockwise it is going R configuration. So option A is the correct answer. Check it out. You try for the remaining also in the same way. First convert into Fischer to wedge. Wedge to Fischer, and then you start finding R and S configuration so that you can do. Now let's see the next question. I'm going to discuss next questions in a next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel this video is helpful for you, please hit on like.